welcome back to my channel. I took a long break, and I'm really sorry about that due to the fact that I just didn't have a niche. I didn't have what I want to create as a content, so I wanted to figure that out. It took me a long time, it took me a lot of struggling, and here we are now. So this is just my testing ground of what I feel like I should be creating, what makes me feel great to be able to create, and also involve the audience or involve whoever is watching my videos, because let's be honest, I'm just starting out, probably not gonna get any views. So off the bat, we just got done watching B-roll, and if you didn't know from the title, that was from this camera, the a6000. I'm sorry if you're just now hearing that. That's actually a vent. It's really hot out here in California right now. It's around in the hundreds or 90s every day, so I'm sorry if that just came out of nowhere. I will try and fix it in post. If you don't hear it, that is great. Good job, Kyle, in the editing bay. But that's me. And all the equipment I used during those shoots and during those times will be listed down below. And also the gear I'm using now to film this video. It probably looks a lot better from when I first started. It took a long time to research on how to create a good studio base. I do have to admit something, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you buy anything from those links down below, it helps me out by getting a very small commission, so it'll help the channel survive. I'd really enjoy creating more videos for you guys, so all that feedback would help a lot. Back to the point, this camera does have its place. It is showing its age slightly in 2018. You gotta know that the camera does not matter. It's the story and knowing how to use the limitations of a camera to your advantages or how to overcome them. And like I said just now, this camera is aging. So let's start with the bad. Now, if you wait till a little bit to the end of the video, I will show you on how to overcome most of the negatives that I will be listing right now of the camera. Please stay tuned till then. That would help a lot. The first thing is exposing with this camera is really hard. When it's bright out, it's gonna be super bright out. And when it's really dark in a room and you don't have that budget to light the whole place or have a lot of lighting for 3-point lighting or any other way that you want to do stylistically, it does struggle. Another big thing is it's not 4K. Unlike its two big brothers, the a6300, which is 6K compressed into 4K, seeing that it's not 4K and it doesn't have as great as low light as its big brothers, it does have a very big noise problem. In low light situations when you're vlogging and it's nighttime, it's really hard to get those shots because you just want to cut them when you're editing, and when you don't see great footage and you just feel like you're not gonna be able to give good content. A bigger thing that its big brothers do have is log footage. Log footage right now is on the rage because of all the LUT packs that you can get at such a cheap cost, which I'm actually right now in development of my own LUT packs, which will be down below. I know, a lot of plugins, but I'm just coming back from a vacation of YouTube. But the lack of log causes you to not be able to color grade to the highest extent. There's a big loss there. You can't be as stylistic, you know, the whole teal and orange grade, it won't be as rounded out. Another big thing is there's no audio jack. That's why I'm actually filming this in a separate audio, which is helpful, but when you're vlogging, it does limit you. It has a hot shoe mount, and you can get a mic that works with the hot shoe mount and not have to connect to the camera, which will set you back around $70, and it won't be as good as audio as a Rode Vid mic. Now it's like big uncle or big dad camera, which is what I'm filming on right now, the A7S II. It's an APS-C sense, which means it crops in a lot. And to some people that might be bad, to some people that's a really good thing. But the main problem with the APS-C for me personally is it's not as cinematic. So I'm using the A7S for face on YouTube or for my short films. Another great struggle though, not really on the camera's fault, it's mostly Sony's color science, also every other color science, is that Filipino skin tones are very odd, especially when most people or vloggers or people on YouTube are paler than Filipinos. So our skin tone looks kind of weird later in post when we're grading or when we're editing. And a big problem that most people like to say is the battery life. And yes, I do have to agree that these batteries are very bad and very small, but after you get like 6 of them, you won't really mind. At least I don't. The batteries are tiny. These things are like little Tic Tacs. At least that's what I keep on hearing the community call them. I am kind of sad that like the new batteries, the Z batteries, are bigger and they last longer, and that you can't use them on the older cameras. It does make me sad about that, but at the same time, I'm happy with my A7S II right now. It's a great camera. And now let's get out of the negativity and let's go to those positives. What is good about the a6000 in 2018? Let's start out with the obvious. It's a great starter camera. I started with it. I might not have the greatest footage in my past videos, but from the footage that you saw in the beginning right now, it's great footage. You just need to know how to use a camera, any camera, to its fullest extent. You see so many popular channels right now being able to use iPhones and Pixels and Samsungs to create really good crisp content just from a phone. And it's because they know the limitations of their camera, and they take advantage of when they can shoot and give great content. A good thing with this camera, for its price point, it has focus peaking. Focus peaking helps you so much trying to get a shot because it outlines all the things that you need that is in focus at the time, and you can change the sensitivity and that is so good. I always use it for everything I use, unless it's autofocus and I'm vlogging, because you can't see it. Another big thing that most people don't like is no flip up screen. I personally don't mind it, because I have a separate monitor that I use to view myself. Like, vlogging without it kind of freed me. I would always have this weird look where I'm always looking off to the side, but I'm not technically, because I'm looking at that separate monitor. When I lost that, when I started vlogging with this, I would look straight into the lens like I am now. But also, you kind of always have this confident, straight to the audience look in your videos. And another big thing is, yes, there is no log, but this camera, even without log, this is actually still really good at low light. Now, there is a certain point in the night where you can't use it, but at some point you can. That's a big plus for some people who like to do nighttime vlogs. I personally love to do it, and that's why I got this camera over the Panasonic. Like I said before, also it's really great for the price right now. Now, I would also wait to get it brand new later on this year in Black Friday, due to the fact that the a6000 might come out before then, making this a lot cheaper. Another big thing about it is it also has really good autofocus. Sony has been really good on their autofocus. It also comes with a really good kit lens. This kit lens is good, but it's not the best. I'm actually gonna be upgrading to the Sigma 16mm f1.4, I believe. It's a really good vlogging lens, and it's also going to be really good at cinematic shots. Also, it's a very small camera, so if you're a little bit shy about vlogging, you could definitely use it. If you want a more portable vlogging camera, then this is perfect. Like, look how small it is. It's literally smaller than my phone. The fact that it's that small means it doesn't limit you to where you can take it and whenever you can vlog. And now we get to the point of the video on how to fix those negatives for the a6000 I listed earlier. The exposing problem, you just gotta know when to film. Like in sunrise, it's gonna look great. That's magic hour. Same thing for sunset. That's magic hour. That's the greatest times to really film. Now, you could also go indoors. You could get window lighting and kind of diffuse it in in a way where you can bounce certain things. Like I've used t-shirts before, I've used walls, doors, and it looks good. You just gotta know when and where to film, and you gotta just do that by testing out. Like, a lot of my vlogs in the past were really bad at lighting because I just was testing out where I could actually use this. The second thing is 1080p isn't bad. Most people's phones don't even go up to 4K. But if your computer can't handle editing in 4K, it's gonna be severely difficult. It's gonna have really long render times. So if you can only handle 1080p right now, go for 1080p. Don't break your computer with the 4K. And with the iOS noise issues in the nighttime, another thing that you should know is there are denoising programs. Some of them vary in price, but I use Magic Bullet Denoiser. And after a while, it denoises a lot compared to how much noise there was. You do lose some crispness, but you can always add sharpening a little bit later. That allows you for even more low light than this could already provide at the point of how low it already is. It's not an A7S like this, but it's gonna be an okay APS-C camera. Another thing, without the audio jack, if you are using separate audio or everything, a lav mic is also cheaper. You could just connect that to your phone and start recording right there. All you need to do is just a sync clap, and then you just sync it in post. A lav mic is cheaper than get a Rode mic. It's like 13 bucks usually, and then you could just record. Now for skin tones, there is a really great video on Cody Blue's channel on how to do skin tones, and after that I was just like, dang, I can now look good in my videos and not look like a weird blown out red thumb, which I felt like for a while. And those right there are just some ways on how to deal with just pitfalls of every camera. You just gotta understand and just gotta use it to really get to the point of knowing how to get really good shots with anything. Now, why do I still use this at 2018? I'm still a beginner. I have a very low view count right now. So I need to learn on how to make great content, because equipment shouldn't matter about that. It's how to get the shots that you want with what you have. And when I got this camera, the reason why I didn't need log is because I was just starting out to learn on color grading. I'm a lot better at it now. I love color grading. Color grading is probably my favorite part of editing. Basically, is this camera still relevant? In my eyes, every camera is still relevant. There's a great video out there that says life looks better in a Super 8 camera, and to me it does. It looks like really good home videos, and it got me in my heart. It, like, watching that little short film was just so touching. So it's up to you on how to use and what type of emotion you want to give to people, because in the end, story comes first. Everyone out there has a story to tell, and that's your own. So just embrace what you have, embrace what you know, and embrace your dreams, and people will enjoy it. And if they don't, just keep doing it, because it's all up to you and in your enjoyment, or you're just gonna end up being miserable. But that's it, folks. That's my first video back. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the production value of my channel has grown from the year I took off. And I want to say what I've said before: subscribe, check out the description and links down below. I love you guys.